The world is getting worse all the time. Or so I've been told since further back than I can remember. It's a very common sentiment, and one that I hear all the time to this day. It may or may not be accurate. Truthfully, it probably has more to do with perspective than anything, depending on your worldview and values. Undoubtedly, the internet, and indeed technology in general, is often seen as the source of a lot of the world's problems. You know, kids these days and whatnot. A few days ago, Joshua went to a short conference at the university where they talked about books. Remember books? When he got home, he told me about an interesting phenomenon found in 18th century books in the St. Andrews University Library. I'm not sure what they would call this behavior then, but I guess the kids nowadays would probably refer to it as throwing shade. These students, hundreds of years ago, used to scribble notes in the margins of books. I mean, some of these were actual comments on the material, you could call them annotations, but a surprising number of them were, insults. Some of these notes are pretty vulgar. Some sound like they may have been meant in jest. It's impossible to know at this distance of time from which we view them now. What is very clear, though, to my 2017 eyes, is that trolls are gonna troll. Our generation did not start nasty comments, and it certainly didn't invent the worst ideas humankind has ever had. It perpetuates those ideas sometimes, but the truth is, human beings are brilliant at recycling, just running through the same problems time and time again. You know the old saying, you find what you're looking for? Never was this more true than in the age of the internet. You can literally find anything on there. The very best of humanity, the very worst, and everything in between. The internet didn't spring from the ether fully formed. We created it, bit by bit. It shows us who we are because it is an exact reflection of who we are. The internet often makes us uncomfortable in the same way that staring at yourself in the mirror is likely to make you uncomfortable. It's hard to see, to really acknowledge what we are as individuals and as a species. The internet is a magnifying glass that blows up what was there all along. We humans made the internet. She's our own little Frankenstein's monster, a little of this and a little of that, the best and the worst. And the story doesn't have an ending yet.